Hi. I'm sorry, it's been a week.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most high-profile legal cases involving celebrities that have already dominated the news cycle in 2025.
The woman is also heard saying her lawyer put her up to suing one of the world's most recognizable stars.
Number 10, Elon Musk. To say the world's richest man has had an eventful 2025 would be an understatement.
You know, they say I wear a lot of hats, and as you can see, it's true. Even my hat has a hat.
In the first 4 months alone, he made headlines for a controversial salute, entangled himself in the government, and laid off thousands of federal employees.
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
These major stories may have eclipsed the news that Musk had supposedly fathered yet another child. In February, conservative influencer Ashley St. Clair filed a lawsuit seeking legal recognition of Musk as her son's father and requesting sole custody.
That the billionaire, quote, has met him only 3 times since the baby's birth in September of 2024 and, quote, has had no involvement in his care and upbringing.
She alleged that Musk had refused a paternity test and drastically reduced child support after she defied his demands. In response, Musk stated on Twitter that although he was uncertain about his paternity, a court order was unnecessary to compel him to take the test.
If St. Clair's claims are true, Musk is now the father of 13 children with 4 different women.
Number 9, Taylor Swift. It seems Florida-based poet Kimberly Marasco has entered the ranks of the Tortured Poets Department. Marasco first made the news in 2024 when she sued Taylor Swift for copyright infringement, but the case was dismissed after she failed to serve the singer with legal papers.
Judge Eileen Cannon actually removed Swift personally from the case because Marasco never properly served her with the lawsuit. But Swift's production team is still fighting the lawsuit in court.
Undeterred, the poet filed another lawsuit in 2025, claiming that Swift and her collaborators borrowed from her work to create songs on Lover, Folklore, Midnights, and the Tortured Poets Department. She is now seeking around $30 million in damages.
Even if Marasco had a case, which they say she doesn't, she just waited too long to file it. Copyright claims in Florida have to be filed within 3 years of discovering the problem.
However, Marasco seems to be facing the same hurdle, as she has successfully served all parties except Swift. Is the singer dodging the paperwork because she's guilty as sin? Guess we'll only find out if Marasco ever gets a hold of her.
Without ever touching his skin, how can I be guilty as sin?
Number 8, Chris Brown. Chris Brown's reputation was permanently altered in 2009 after reports emerged that he had physically assaulted his then-girlfriend Rihanna.
He's driving, punching her with his right fist as he drives with his left hand, and this goes on for blocks.
Since that incident, he has faced multiple allegations of physical and sexual assault, although none has ever led to a conviction. Nevertheless, in October 2024, a documentary titled Chris Brown: A History of Violence was released, which revisited many of these claims. One of the most prominent allegations came from an unnamed woman who accused Brown of sexually assaulting her at a party on Sean Diddy Combs' yacht in 2020.
She came to Vegas, she probably came to my room, it was too ugly to get in.
So the message is that somehow you have no value or any worth to me if you're somehow not attracted.
In response, Brown filed a $500 million lawsuit against the film's production company, Warner Bros. Discovery, in January 2025. The singer alleges that producers knew the woman's claims were false, but included them anyway.
Brown alleges the doc's claims took a toll on his income, leading to the 9-figure monetary demand, which he says part of which will be donated to survivors of sexual abuse.
Number 7, Nick Carter. Backstreet Boys member Nick Carter is no stranger to sexual assault allegations. Prior to 2025, he was already battling lawsuits from 3 women, including former Dream singer Melissa Schumann.
And then he puts me up on the counter, and then I can feel him, unbuttoning my pants, and I stop him and I go, I don't want to go any further.
In April, a 4th woman, Laura Penley, sued Carter, accusing him of sexually assaulting her twice in 2005 while they were in a relationship. According to Penley, Carter refused to use protection and infected her with multiple sexually transmitted diseases, including HPV. She claims that this led to her developing stage 2 cervical cancer a few months later.
During this time, she alleges that she asked Carter to wear a condom, but he refused, claiming he was, quote, clean from STDs.
Carter denied Penley's allegations, dismissing them as, quote, more of the same nonsense. He further asserted that not only did he never have a romantic relationship with Penley, but he had never even met her at all.
Carter denies all of Penley's allegations, saying, "This is just more of the same nonsense from the gang of conspirators and their lawyers who continue to abuse the justice system to try to ruin Nick Carter."
Number 6. Mariano and Clara Rivera. A Hall of Fame pitcher for the Yankees, Mariano Rivera retired from baseball in 2013, after which he became a pastor at the Refuge of Hope Church.
Yes, come from a small fishing town in Panama, come to be part of the New York Yankees. After that, come to New Rochelle and open this tremendous church. It's amazing.
In January 2025, a woman filed a lawsuit accusing Rivera and his wife Clara of being negligent and attempting to cover up the sexual assault of her daughter. The suit claims that Clara persuaded the mother to let her daughter attend a church-affiliated internship in Florida. There, the girl was allegedly assaulted by an older camper.
Court documents report that the church paid for the young girl to attend a summer internship at a camp in Florida and alleged that she stayed in a dorm with other children without parental supervision.
After learning of this incident, the Riveras allegedly traveled to the camp and pressured the girl to remain silent. The lawsuit also alleges that the girl was later assaulted by the same individual at the Rivera's home in New York and by a church employee years later.
According to the lawsuit, the girl was sexually assaulted again, but at a church in 2021 and 2022 by an adult son of an associated pastor. That's when the girl and her mother filed police reports.
Number 5. JayZ. In December 2024, JayZ got drawn into the ever-growing legal case against disgraced rapper Shaun Diddy Combs. An anonymous woman filed a civil lawsuit alleging that JayZ and Combs sexually assaulted her at a VMA's afterparty in 2000.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
JayZ denied the accusations, labeling them a smear campaign and an act of blackmail. After several inconsistencies were pointed out in the woman's story, she suddenly dropped the case without explanation. In March 2025, JayZ responded by suing her and her lawyers for malicious prosecution, abuse of process, and civil conspiracy.
It's tough to hear a false lie said about you, spread through the internet, and affecting your children. It's tough on him, it's tough on anybody.
He also filed a separate defamation suit against the accuser, claiming that her allegations were knowingly false and aimed at extortion. According to his lawsuit, the accusations damaged his personal and professional reputation, resulting in losses exceeding $20 million.
The truth had to fully come out. This person cannot be allowed to sort of hide from the reality that this was a false accusation.
Number 4. Shannon Sharp. Former NFL star and media personality Shannon Sharp found himself at the center of an escalating controversy following a lawsuit filed against him in April 2025.
Come on now, these young gals will bite you. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, I guess I gotta come on home.
Come on home, Shannon.
The plaintiff, 20-year-old OnlyFans model Gabrielle Zuniga, accused Sharp of sexual assault, battery, and infliction of emotional distress. As a result, Zuniga sought over $50 million in compensatory and punitive damages. Sharp's response came in the form of a video, which he posted on Instagram, denying all accusations and dismissing them as a money grab.
Coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty.
However, through his lawyer, Sharp later acknowledged that he had previously offered Zuniga a $10 million settlement. Just days after the lawsuit became public, Sharp announced he would step down from his role at ESPN to focus on defending himself.
I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason.
Number 3. Drake. The feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar was cranked up several notches in the summer of 2024 when both rappers released a series of diss tracks against each other.
We already know it's a 20v1. We already know why you went #1. It's clearly because of the boy. The honorable thing is to give me the loot.
Undeniably, the most prominent was Lamar's Not Like Us, which topped the charts globally and won 5 Grammys. The track contains lyrics which seemed to accuse Drake of sexual misconduct, which he took particular offense to.
Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to Cell Block 1.
In January 2025, Drake sued Universal Music Group, the label he and Lamar share, accusing them of conspiring to promote the track despite the, quote, false factual allegation. Then, after Lamar performed the song at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show, Drake expanded his lawsuit, claiming that the widely watched event further defamed him and led to increased threats against him and his family.
Why you trolling like a, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Number 2. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
You want to go somewhere more private?
To talk.
To talk.
In 2024, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni starred in It Ends With Us. But that was just the beginning of a lengthy legal and PR firestorm. That December, the New York Times reported that Lively had accused Baldoni of sexual harassment during production. In response, Baldoni sued the publication for $250 million, which led Lively to upgrade her complaint against him to a federal lawsuit.
Baldoni's lawsuit calling the article rife with inaccuracies, misrepresentations, and omissions, relying on Lively's, quote, self-serving narrative.
In January 2025, Baldoni countersued Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist for $400 million, alleging extortion, defamation, and invasion of privacy. This case has since dragged in other celebrities who weren't directly involved, most notably Taylor Swift. While the trial is set for March 2026, the court of public opinion has pretty much reached a verdict already, with fans firmly taking sides.
In which he says, hold on a second, it wasn't me orchestrating a smear campaign against Lively. It was actually Blake Lively, her husband, her PR team, coming at me because we had creative differences over the film.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Shaun Diddy Combs. It all began in November 2023 when singer Cassie Ventura, a former partner of rapper Shaun Diddy Combs, sued him for alleged physical and sexual assault.
The lawsuit also claims that throughout their relationship, Mr. Combs was prone to uncontrollable rage and frequently beat Miss Ventura savagely.
Although Combs denied her claims, he quickly settled the case. Soon after, the floodgates of accusations were opened. Several men and women who had crossed paths with Combs in the past filed new lawsuits, making similar allegations.
That these allegations took place starting in 1991, span all the way up over 2 decades.
In September 2024, Combs was indicted by a jury and arrested on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. Prosecutors claim that he operated a criminal enterprise that enabled sexual exploitation through violence and blackmail.
The indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing.
They also allege that he organized so-called freak-off parties, where victims were coerced into sex acts, some of which were secretly recorded. Combs has pleaded not guilty, but if convicted, he faces 15 years to life in prison.
Terms were not disclosed, but prosecutors did say a plea could result in a shorter sentence for Combs than if he's convicted.
Are you keeping up with any of these celebrity lawsuits? Which outcome are you most eager to see? Let us know in the comments below.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.